stupid sometimes, and I really have to question my existence on this planet.
You're new, it's fine.
This is my first time. My first time here.
First time visiting?
This is my first time here, guys. First time here.
Welcome to our
cult.
The
The
Cult,
Cult of Books.
We're
your leaders.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Janie.
Welcome, guys.
Hi,
To
guys.
another episode about our Book Riot challenge.
Yeah.
You can tell we really played catch up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Picks.
And actually, I've been catching up even more because this week finished another Book Riot challenge.
I have to look through again and see what I've done.
Yeah.
This one we are doing the magical realism and fabulism, which we both picked for May, so
yes.
This was a dual pick.
Yes, this was a dual pick. It was very exciting. If you would like to know what magical realism is or fabulism and how they're different, go back to our May TBR episode and we go into full explanation about the differences, the similarities, and why this is important to know, because it is pretty important.
It is. And we also talk about our picks in that one too. Or
Correct.
Our options.
Correct. We will briefly go back over just by saying the titles and the authors of the picks that we had for the magical realism / fabulism, but we won't do a description of them.
No. Go check it out yourself.
Okay, Natasha, you are up first. Share with us your 3 options that you had.
The 3 options I had were Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawagachi. I'm so sorry. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt, and The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I originally was going to do Remarkably Bright Creatures. Changed my mind. I was like, I'll do Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Changed my mind again.
As one does.
I know. I was like, I just can't get into these right now. I was like, I don't want to be too sad with Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Guys, I did You've Reached Sam. And I cried so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's because it's about death and loss. And it's,
Yeah.
It was rough, but it was good.
Oh, man.
What were your 3 choices?
Oh, man. Do you want to give us a description of You've Reached Sam since we don't know anything about it?
Yes, since I didn't talk about it. So You've Reached Sam is YA magical realism fabulism. So another YA pick there. But 17-year-old Julie Clark has her future all planned out. Move out of her small town, Ellensburg, Washington, by the way.
Oh.
With her
shout out.
I know. She's from Seattle and everyone's like, ooh. And I'm like,
city slicker.
Yeah, basically. I was like, okay. They're like, you're used to all this rain. And I'm like, so should you be.
Actually, it doesn't rain that much in
Really?
Ellensburg. It doesn't, because they're just on the other side of the mountains there, so they kind of fall into that rain shadow. So the mountains get all the rain, and then the clouds come across, and it's like it's pretty desertous in Ellensburg.
Geography, guys.
Randomly. Hey, there's your lesson in case you needed to know.
I'm bad at geography. But still, they're like, ooh, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so she is going to move out of her small town with her boyfriend Sam, attend college in the city, Portland, spend a summer in Japan, but then Sam dies, and everything changes. Heartbroken, Julie skips his funeral, throws out his belongings, and tries everything to forget him. But a message Sam left behind in her yearbook forces memories to return. Desperate to hear him one more time, Julie calls Sam's cell phone just to listen to his voicemail recording. We've all been there, done that. And Sam picks up the phone. The connection is temporary, but hearing Sam's voice makes Julie fall for him all over again. With each call, it becomes harder to let go. What would you do if you had a second chance at goodbye? Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so this reminds me actually of a movie I just watched, which is, yes, and I recommend. It is Voicemails for Isabel.
Yes, that's on my list. It's on my list.
So good. It's actually, so like after the disappointment that Every Year After was for me, Every Year After was so incredibly disappointing. Like I can't even get
I
into it.
know.
Can't even get into it. But and I was hesitant to watch another like rom-com-y. But hey, but guys, this is the summer of the romance rom-com. They are coming back with a vengeance.
They are.
I am so fucking here for that. So incredibly here for that. I digress. So I watched Voicemails for Isabel and I was so pleasantly surprised by how good it was. It was just exactly what I needed, but also it wasn't super sad either. Like it was actually like
Okay.
pretty heartwarming. But I don't know, it's just that perfect like line between like emotionally impactful and then also just
Mhm.
like feel good.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
seeing I wanna see it, but also, like, the sadness, I'm like, "Ooh, I don't know if I could do that."
Yeah, I
This
mean,
was rough.
I think you could do it because it's like I don't know. I don't know. It's, I think you could do it. I think you honestly, I
I
think
think
you could.
so.
If you've reached Sam, you can watch that.
That's I know after
Yeah.
this, I'm like, "I should be good."
Yeah, you should be good. You should be good. I don't know if I would do it today, but you
No.
know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
finished it this morning, guys.
Love it. Love it.
It was good. What were your options?
I had a similar journey to you. Kind. I did end up picking one of my options, but I had The Fox Wife by Yangzi Chu, Beloved, a classic by Toni Morrison, and then Monstrilio by Gerardo Sabano Cordova. And I
Mm,
ended up picking Monstrilio, and I was kind of forever changed after reading Monstrilio. Um,
good or
it's
bad?
oh my god. Well, one thing that our books have in common is themes of grief,
Okay.
and this book it's primarily about grief and how each family member processes grief differently. So, not to give too much away, because by the way, you guys, this is supposed to be a spoiler-free episode.
Yes.
We're gonna do our beast. We're gonna do our best to try to
Yeah.
keep this as spoiler-free as possible. But this is on the back of the book, so I'm not giving away too much. But it is
Right.
basically a mother's process of grief, her best friend's process of grief, her husband's process of grief, and then her mother's process of grief through losing her son, Santiago.
Mm,
And he died because of complications due to his lungs
mm.
actually. And the mother takes a piece of lung, cuts out. First of all, super graphic. You start off the book into the so graphic that I was like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this. But then I powered through because I was like, okay, if it's continuing to be graphic, I'm going to power through. So, hey, people, read your triggers. It's pretty obvious that
Mhm.
this book is going to be a hard read once you read the back and the description of it. But be aware of your triggers, and also this has themes of LGBTQ plus, which is important. So the mom takes a piece of the lung from her son and it turns into a person, kind of. So
Okay.
that's all I'm going to really say about that. And it's very interesting. It's very 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 interesting.
That
So,
sounds interesting.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, even just looking at this, it's like you can tell it's gonna be sad as hell.
Yeah, look at the
Like
cover. Yeah, totally. It's giving like blue, sad. It's giving like pink, hope, refresh, a new
yeah,
spring. Yeah.
yeah, it's huh, it was a lot.
Felt. Felt. The grief processing in my book didn't really bog me down as much, but it did I don't know. I think it was an important part of the story, and it was there's the character in the story that impacted me the most, which is not one of our questions, but something that I would like you to share anyways. The
Right, yeah.
the character that impacted me the most was actually her best friend's story about dealing with
Oh.
this process of grief. And she basically has feelings for the mother, and she, they were best friends, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a very complicated friendship. She has a very complicated life. She's very successful. Um, and when you get into her story now, if you have any kind of parental issues at all, be aware, because this kind of struck a chord and was
Ooh.
very was very like for me. So that was the story that impacted me the most out of all of the different characters in the book. And the book is broken up into parts, which you start off with his mother, and then you transition to his grandmother, and then you transition to the best friend story, and then you transition to the father story, and then lastly is actually Monstrilio's story, which is the
Oh,
creation. Yeah. Yeah,
interesting.
it's very interesting. Yeah.
That sounds interesting. Yeah. With this, I feel like a lot of the stories hit because the character Sam dies unexpectedly. It was
Mm.
like accident, like out of nowhere. So it wasn't like, it was kind of like, oh, he wasn't doing good. It was bam. And I said, like, she skipped his funeral, which I totally understand. You're grieving.
Yeah.
You're like a teenager. Um, but his cousin, it really hit hard. 'Cause, it's family.
Hmm.
And then he has a little brother, and
Oh,
oh, and it's just like, ugh. Yeah,
yeah.
so those two stories, the cousin and the brother just hit hard.
Mm.
That's why I cried a lot.
Oh, definitely, without question. I think that would make anybody with a heart
Yeah,
tear
I had
up.
a handful of tissues next to me on the
I can
just like,
see you just like I know, I can
yeah.
see it. I can see it.
I was in the middle of cross stitching, and I had to
Oh,
stop and, like, wipe my
you had
eye.
to put down your craft.
I did. I was
Damn.
like, "Hold on."
Oh my god, you poor thing. You poor
It was
thing.
rough.
Sounds like it. It sounds
Real
like
rough.
it.
Well, guys, with our book riot ones, we have 3 questions that we typically answer. Again, spoiler free as much as possible.
Yeah.
So the first question we have is kind of a two-parter. How much did you know about this book before you picking it up? Jesus, before picking it up.
Yeah.
What surprised you the most about the book?
Hmm. So Monstrilio was really popular probably about 8 months to a year ago, and I saw
Mhm.
people ranting and raving about it, and somebody had suggested me to read it at one of my favorite local indie bookstores. Shout out Elliot Bay Books in Capitol Hill,
I
Washington. Um, I didn't end up picking it up because I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this level of heaviness, because it was a lot at the time, and I was like, I don't know if I want to read something sad. So
Yeah.
I didn't end up I didn't end up picking it up. And then I just knew that everybody really liked it and it was really popular, but I didn't actually know what it was about. Other than from the cover, I guessed that it was maybe about some kind of like vampire situation. Because it's
Yeah.
got like a bat on the cover, and I was like, maybe something like, maybe it might be a Monstrilio monster. Okay. So, that's all I really knew about it. And then I think what surprised me the most about the book, honestly, how graphic it was. That I was like, oh, okay, because you get into the book and you're like, oh my god. Um,
Mhm.
and then you kind of get through that part, and then honestly it was the themes of everybody having a transformative relationship in,
Mhm.
ending up either with a woman or with a man. I was for some reason surprised by that, even though that seems stupid. for me to say out loud, but I was a little bit surprised by that. But I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We read the Rainbow here on the Cult of Books, of course, every
Year round.
month, year round, every day, all the time, reading the Rainbow.
Mhm. I'm reading in the Rainbow right now.
That's right, baby. That's right. And I just picked up several reading the Rainbow books. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, yeah, I think that those are the two things that surprised me. Nothing else. I didn't know what to expect, so not much else surprised me, because when I read, I tend to leave myself extremely open for the story, and I don't
Mhm.
tend to try to guess what's next unless it is a thriller horror that I am sitting
Yeah.
there and I am like, that person's the killer.
Like, listen for the lie. We were like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. So something like that, then I'm trying to figure out the who done it. I'm trying to figure out who done it. But other than
Mhm.
that, I'm along for the ride. For most books, like, and that's what's so awesome about me, is that I'm really truly here for the vibes. That sounds like such like a that's what's so great about me. But what I mean is that I'm like a tabula rosso. I'm just like, I'm here just to like see what happens. And so when people are like, yeah, do you have any theories, I'm pretty much like, no. Not really
Fair
thought
enough.
about it, to be honest with you. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Second go around, I typically have more theories with books.
Yes.
Like, yeah, because it's like I've already read it. Cool. Let me pay more attention.
When I know that I'm supposed to be paying attention, then I'll pay attention. That sounds absurd, but that's actually all of my life. All of my life has been like that.
Fair.
Oh god. Okay. Well, how much did you know about this book before you picked it up, and then what surprised you the most?
So I knew a little bit. I remember seeing it hyped up, but like this was a good book, like emotionally for like on Book Talk. I think like 2023, because that's when it said Kindle said I borrowed it.
Oh yeah.
Was 2023. So it's like I remember seeing it around and going, okay. And reading about it, it's sad. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be rough. But I didn't really know a whole lot going in. I didn't know how it was gonna go or anything. So I'm one of those, I do like to sometimes predict the end. I try, because eventually I'm like, okay, is she gonna grow up? Like, because yes, I get they're like 17, like they're high school kids. It's hard to grow up from losing a 3-year relationship like so suddenly. Like
Oh
he
yeah.
died. It's like
Yeah.
no. So I what surprised me the most, I think definitely the way she matured semi quickly, but not like too quickly. It felt natural.
Hmm.
I think like it was a way to say goodbye,
Hmm.
because at first she didn't want to,
Mhm.
obviously, because it was like a week after he died that she started making these calls. It was like 7 days of pure grief and depression, and people were harping on her for not going to the funeral. And I'm like, it has been a week. Hello?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, no, that's called depression. you
Well,
know?
one thing that I don't agree with, and that I was not raised um to do, was I was never raised to attend funerals if I didn't want to. Ever. I was
Mhm.
never forced to confront death like that. Um I think that's one thing that I'm like, I'm glad that I wasn't raised
Yeah.
to confront grief in that way, because I think as a kid, and even as a 17-year-old, that is really traumatizing.
Mhm.
It's very traumatizing to go where everybody's
Really is.
emotions are heightened, especially if you're an empath. Um,
Mhm.
Going around a bunch of other people where everybody's emotions are heightened, good, bad, other emotions,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody's
Everything.
processing differently, feeling
Mhm.
differently.
Yeah.
Um, that can be really traumatizing. So I wouldn't I never really understand the shame that people give to other people.
I know. I know, because it's like some people can't handle it. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I love this person with my whole heart. I cannot be there.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. And I get pulling into yourself. I did that. It's like it happens.
And for people that feel, and to be, to be candid, you and I are pretty soft people. We're very a better way to say that is we're pretty empathetic.
We
So,
are.
um it's a part of our nature to absorb other people's emotions, unfortunately. It's for
Hmm.
better or for worse. And
Yeah.
just to be around that many people, and I kind of freeze up. I have trouble around that sort of a thing. I don't usually cry until afterwards, and then it's like I'm on the floor. And
Yeah.
it's too much. And I would
Hmm.
rather have my own space to process my grief than be around a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah. No, death is hard. Any age.
death
Any
is
age.
hard.
Yes.
God,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what surprised me about the book was
Mhm.
that how fast, not, again, not fast, but like, because it started March and then it
Mhm.
went to graduation, so, like,
Oh
June, because
yeah, June, yeah.
graduation here is about June. So, it was that time of her maturing and coming to terms with it, but also
Mhm.
still grieving, Like, knowing life has to move on, I have to let him go, but I can still hold on to him. So, yeah, it was, like, really sweet. Yeah,
Mm.
that's what surprised me. I was like, "Wow, okay, I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen in the book.
Mhm.
So it's like, "Okay." So yeah, that's what really surprised me and again,
Mm.
really sad. My book's fucking sad,
I
guys.
get it. Mine was too. That's funny that we tend to do that. We will choose books that and by the way, this is not on purpose. So I think this shows how in sync we are as as co co co-hosts, but also good friends. We're
Mhm.
pretty in sync with just our choices, and they're random. Like I
They
just
are.
randomly picked this book. You randomly picked that book, but somehow they have things in common. I don't know. It's a vibe. It's just one of these. We're like feeling the vibes.
Mhm.
I don't
It
know.
really is like our YA Latin author, we both had trans characters in it, like main characters.
Yep.
Uh, the cult one, definitely very similar vibes, like, on that
Yes.
front, and then this one too. It's like, damn.
I know. It's crazy. I don't know about you, but I I rarely read the back of books when I pick them up. I okay, you
I
do a little bit
do,
more
because 'cause
than
I'm like, I
me.
wanna know. I do judge their covers, but I'm like, "Am I
Yes.
gonna like you?"
Yes. I when I am buying a book that I've never heard about, never seen online, I do judge a book by its cover and I will pick a book based off of its cover. And also, if somebody runs up to me and goes, "If you haven't read this book, you gotta read it." Okay, I'll buy it. Oh, I'll buy it.
That happened to
Um,
us, like, 4 hours ago, guys.
and because if you run up to me and you're like, "Listen, I'm gonna hear you out." So I would love like a in the comments below, you guys. I would love a hear me out book suggestion. Drop your
Please.
comments, drop your feelings, drop your books. I need a hear me out, and I will dedicate, we both will dedicate an entire episode to our hear me out comments and give you
Oh,
all of
fuck
reviews
yes.
and all of our thoughts. That would be so fun. I would love to do that.
I love that. Just yeah. We had one today, I said, like, somebody random was like, "Listen, I'm halfway through, but you need to read this." We're like, "Okay, sold."
So, okay. Next question is how did you feel about the ending? Was it satisfying or did you want more?
So, yeah, as to the ending, I was satisfied with it because I said it was very like, "Okay, good. She has matured in these 4 months, 3 months, whatever the fuck that time
Mhm.
frame is, to, like, be able to move on." Because, that's hard at any age to do that, and the way she's doing
Yeah.
that at 17 and going like, "I still need to move on, I still need to go to college, do all these things." And, so it was very nice to see. It gives hope for people
Yeah.
going through grief. Because grief is not linear, guys. It is.
No.
Let's go back to the beginning.
So
Like, it
true.
is all over the place. It's not fun.
So true. So true.
So yeah, so that was very satisfying for me. I did like it. I said the book was rough. The last half I cried so much.
Yeah.
Be prepared. If you're an empath like us, be prepared, okay?
Be prepared. Yeah, seriously.
If you've ever dealt with grief,
Yeah.
be prepared.
Yeah.
Because it's like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you feel about your ending? Were you satisfied with it?
Mm.
Or did you want more?
So the ending ends with Monstrilio and what his life is like, essentially. And
Okay.
it's fascinating. And then at the end of the book, he fucking runs away and disappears. Yeah. Yeah. And
By
so
accident?
no, on purpose. And was it satisfying? No, because he runs away. And I'm like, so what happens next? What does he do next? Is he just like out there in the wild being a creature of the night? Is he, is
Yeah.
he developing relationships? Is he working on his social skills? Is he We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea what happens to him afterwards. So the ending was not satisfying, but I think it's done on purpose. I
Mm.
think it's done on purpose. And yeah, I definitely I want more? Question mark?
Mhm.
Like, sure, I would read maybe more, but also I think I'm contented with him running away. Am I satisfied by it? No, definitely not. But I'm like, okay, I'm at peace with it. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it does. It does.
Okay.
It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's how you're gonna end the book. Fine. I literally was like,
Fine.
I shut the book and I was like, what? Huh? Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
We've all had books like that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, last question here. What did you like best or least about this book and why?
What I liked best is that at the end of the day, you don't fuck with family. And the core values of family and how no matter where the journey takes you, family takes care of family. Even if you're not related by blood, you're there for that person. You clean up their messes in more ways than one,
Mhm.
for really badly or not at all. And the unit that is people that all care about each other is very powerful. So that is what I liked best about this book. What I liked
Nice.
least is that I felt that some characters got more development than others.
Okay.
Like you got more of a satisfying growth out of them. I will say that I was the least satisfied by the mother's growth, which is like sad. Because she was the most, she was the one that was the most impacted by this grief, I will say. So much so that she chose to not grieve and, create a I don't know what to call it, create something out of, she channeled her grief into creation. And very
Mhm.
Frankenstein-y, very Frankenstein-esque. And at the end of the book, she seems like a shallow artist. And
Okay.
I was like, that's what we get from her. She's just going to the beat of her own drummer like usual, and she seems kind of all about the stardom of it all. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy that part. So
No, I can definitely see that.
yeah,
Like,
it was
no.
just it wasn't the ending that I would have picked for her. I don't know what I would have written. Listen, I'm not a writer. I'm an enjoyer. I'm an enjoyer of a medium. I am not a writer. No, no. I am not a writer. I don't write books. You can't even get me to sit down to journal. Like, I don't want to do it. I'd rather yap. I'm a yapper. It's what I do best. So, anyways, uh,
Same.
tell me what you liked best and least about your book.
See, that's again, best, like, the story and the progress with all the characters, because you kind of see his friends group, because this is all told from Julie's point of view. So you see his, like, best friend grieve, who didn't like Julie. It's because he was in love with him.
Aha.
Um, there is another book with the best friend, and I'm like, I kind of want to read that because it's like,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I like least about the book.
Yeah, spill the beans.
I think what I liked least is what we talked about earlier is the whole, like, everybody was, like, harping on her for not going to the funeral and not being around. It's like, it's hard to do that. Like, his cousin was harping on her a bit, but semi understood, but it was also like, I needed you too. His friends, who were kind of dicks that they were starting to distance from because they were, like, kind of racist assholes. Um, like, like, the first few chapters, she's in, like, the coffee shop, like, on the phone, with him, and the friends walk in and they're at another table and she's, like, huddled down, and then she sees a flash, like, the friend took a picture of her. And so she's like, "Why the fuck is she doing that?" Basically to be like, "Oh, look, she's
Paparazzi.
come out of her hiding." Yeah.
Paparazzi. That's such a teenager ass thing to do.
It really is. It's like, "Oh, look, she's finally out." But she wasn't at any, like, memorials, she wasn't at the actual funeral, because it's like, it's been a week. Leave her the fuck alone. Like, god damn. So, yeah, like, that's what I didn't like, because everyone was like, "Why couldn't you do it?" But, like, the second she went and saw his mom, again, like, after, like, a month or something, his mom welcomed her with open arms and gave her a hug immediately. It's like, his mom knew, you know?
Um,
She didn't give her shit. Because she never texted, she never called, she never stopped by. When she stopped by, nobody was home.
oh.
And his mom didn't give her shit. Everybody else did.
Yeah,
Teenagers.
because teenagers, yeah, they're all trying to
Mhm.
the thing about
Yeah.
teenagers is that they're all trying to do you're pantomiming your parents, right? It's all pure pressure. Everything about being a teenager is about
Mhm.
how many people can gang up to try to get you to act the way, conform the way that they think you're supposed to, right? In their
Mhm.
pantomimed world, nobody's allowed to be an individual, and hell, if you are an individual, you are roasted to pieces for being one.
Yep. How dare you have your own thoughts?
Exactly. It's not cool
Yeah.
to have your own thoughts and be different. It's cool
No.
to run with the pack and to do all the dumb bullshit that the rest of the people are doing. And you don't know any better until one day you do know better. That's
Yeah.
how it goes. You really just
Unfortunately.
come to consciousness one day in your teens or your 20s or whatever. Maybe your 30s if you're really late getting together, a non-starter, I believe is what they call those people. Um
I think so.
and you go, actually, being different is pretty cool. And then you just are different. And then you start a podcast with your best friend and you talk about talk about books and it's really chill. It's super fun. Or you start playing Magic with your homies. And a game that
It's
you
not
used
me.
to make fun of. And this is not targeted. A game that you used to make fun of, you
No.
now are obsessed with, and you spend too much money on everything.
Gosh.
That's
I think that's all I have.
cool.
That all you have for the books?
Yeah. Hey, devotees, we can be found in so many places. In case you're ever looking for us, I'm going to let you know right now where you can find us. We are on Instagram. We are on
TikTok.
We are on YouTube. We are on
Spotify.
We are also on Fable, and I believe that's every place that you can find us. If you want us to be somewhere else, tell us in the comments below and we'll look into it. Thanks so much. Love you. Come here. Let me give you a hug. I don't really like to touch people, but I'll do it. Thank you. Okay. Signing off from your leaders to our devotees.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Hope you find your dad.
I may or may not be bedazzling.
Love it. I love it. Are you doing it rainbow?
I'm trying. The colors don't look the same.
We're doing magical realism today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So I finished my book this morning and cried the entire fucking time.
Oh my god, I'm actually so excited to hear everything. Should we do what we came here to do? We've been fritzing and futting for 10 minutes. Okay.
Fritzin'
and futtin'. That's a new one, I think. I like it. I like it. I like it. You know what? Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
Monster fucker.
Monster fucker and fritzin' and futtin' around.